might be my arrogance, but ain't nobody stopping me. That's how I go when you pay for them shows and you study that pimp biology.
What day it is? You know what day it is. It is the day that winter has finally come for all of us. I'm so excited. I can't even tell you. I cannot wait to have Game of Thrones Season 8 just spewed all over my face, neck, and chest, and I cannot wait to do the entire season of Game of Thrones with you. We're going to be covering Game of Thrones the entire season. This is the final season, and if you know the channel, if you've been around a while, you know we love our Game of Thrones here, and we have done many, many things with Game of Thrones, including the wondrous trivia contest between not only myself and all of you in Game of Thrones, but the epic confrontation that is Clown Colossal is Crazy versus the Lord Vega. And they have come to blows a few times, and it's been fantastic. And I'm sure before the season is out, probably at the season finale, those two juggernauts will go at it one more time. But the reality is, this is it for Game of Thrones. This is the final swan song for this amazing show. I think that we can, most of us, if you're here, you can probably agree that Game of Thrones is going to go down, if not only just the greatest television show to ever be, but maybe one of the most important. It changed the game. HBO, the way that they produced, they showed a new way, a genre that was replicated, and it's what we see now on all the other minor platforms. Netflix, Hulu, they all are churning out all of this content now, and Amazon, everybody is, that is reminiscent of what we see in Game of Thrones, the darker tones, the more problematic subcultures from times lost, these moral dilemmas and qualms that were accepted in a different time, and it makes us question ourselves and question everything. It's just a wonderful way to go about it. Now we have this new generation of television because of it, and I love Game of Thrones, and I'm so excited to have this final season that there is just so many answers and so many things that we've been waiting for. And that's why it's such a cool time to be a nerd, because in the next month and a half to 2 months, we're going to get so many amazing answers and long wrap-ups to things that we've been following for so long. If it's in Marvel, of course, Endgame. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, this goes back so many years between books and the show now. And it's a cultural phenomenon that I think is as close to the big, holy, major nerdgasms. And I'm talking, of course, like the Star Wars, the Star Treks, the Lord of the Rings, the Game of Thrones is in there, the Pokemons, those big cultural phenomenons that changes the way we view things, that changes the way that the business is done. And Game of Thrones has done that nonstop. So what we're going to do today is real simple. We're going to talk about what we think is going to happen in Game of Thrones. I want you guys to get in on the game that we are doing here. I want all of you guys right now to go over to my Twitter. Go to the pinned tweet. You're going to find a game sheet. It's a wondrous game sheet. It's a very easy game sheet to understand. All you got to do is answer the questions on the game sheet. Alter it in some sort of little editing, paint software, whatever. It doesn't matter. Print it out and write on it and then take a picture of it. I don't care how you do it, but all you got to do is predict who's going to live through the season, who's going to die through the season, and who is going to become a right through the season. That is all you got to do. That's it. You got to just go ahead and make those guesses, and we're going to come up with some sort of cool prize. Maybe we'll let you co-host the finale with me. We'll do something really cool for the winner, and it's going to be a thing that goes on the entire time. It's good to have you guys here. It's so cool to have some longtime friends who love Game of Thrones as much as we do here. Carl G, Joshua Hampton, Chrissy Pipla, Big E, Large Lad, Charles, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. And I'm just very excited about this. Brandon 24. Carl G's not even a fan of Game of Thrones. I don't think he's ever seen a fucking episode, and he's still here. Because it's just one of those things you want to be around. And we're going to be building to Game of Thrones finale, which is just over an hour and 25 minutes away. And since I got back from Massachusetts, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow on stream at length, because I got a lot to fucking say, because I had a hell of a weekend. One of the best weekends I've had in maybe ever. It was a really, really good weekend, and I want to tell you guys all about it, and I want to tell you about the things that you missed, but that'll be later on. That'll be tomorrow. Today is all Game of Thrones, and we're going to get you guys in here. We're going to talk about everything that we think is going to happen and all of that wondrous things, because there's so many things to get to. There are so many things to talk about. There are so many things that need to be wrapped up, and there are theories. Theories are coming out of the woodwork, and now the one of the bigger theories that was kind of underground just got leaked on a television show or something. I can't remember. I was watching a meme video earlier that had this in there. That they were spoiling Game of Thrones, and it was while I was in Massachusetts, and I was hearing this guy spoiling Game of Thrones and shit, right? And he included one of the biggest fan theories that's going around, and it's a theory that I've actually said in the past. I've called this before, and it's that I think Bran is the Night King. I think Bran, the three-eyed raven, the old guy, and the Night King are all the same person. And since I got back from Massachusetts today, I've been watching season 7. I started like it's episode 3 or 4 or some shit, and watched the rest of the episodes through the rest of the season just to refresh the mind and everything. And the more that I look at the Night King, it looks like Bran. It looks like Bran. He looks like Bran. I really think it's Bran. I'm not sure how it's going to end. I just think this is going to be devastating. That's the biggest thing. I'm not sure really who can survive. I mean, season 7 was so devastating with all the things that happened, all the deaths. The deaths of not even a human character turned out to be the most important death of the entire season. Having these different people in there, it's really fucked up. Just having all these different personalities that could go at any time. It's just crazy. I got completely distracted as Carl said, Bran is odds-on favorite to rule the Iron Throne, but it will be Sansa. See, here's the thing. I don't understand why Bran. I know you're right too. I don't understand why Bran is the odds-on favorite here. I don't get it. He is obviously willing to sacrifice. This dude's ready to go the fuck out. Guns a-blazing. He knows what needs to be done. There's only a few people who know truly what needs to be done. I think arguably only 3. Bran, Jon, and Dany, and that's it. Those 3 know more than anyone else. They understand the sacrifice in a way that nobody else can know, and there's going to be some major conversations that are going to happen. So I want to talk theories and predictions for what you think is going to happen, not only through the entire season. I do want to get to that, and I want you guys to get those sheets up on Twitter. Go over to Twitter. It's my pinned tweet. Go play the game. Get your predictions in. I got to give Huffman the credit. Huffman wanted to do this. It was his idea. He had a picture of a really bad version. I found a better version because the internet beats Huffman every time, and we were able to go ahead and make that happen. So I cannot believe that in just an hour and 20 minutes, we're going to be able to see what happened, how much time is going to pass, what is going to transpire, what does it mean that Dany and Jon are having a baby. I had a conversation with myself earlier talking about the possibilities of maybe, because I know that Game of Thrones has like 5 different series planned on HBO. 3, I think, are already in production. 2 are still in development or something like that. I can't remember what the numbers were, but stuff is going on. And we're maybe one is going to be what happens after all this, after what I think possibly the world ending in a way and then having to restart with some of the people from Game of Thrones starting the new rebellion or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea how that's going to work, but something of that nature. And I think a potential offspring of Jon and Dany are going to be fucking just... it's so integral. So I started wondering to myself, like, how is this going to work? Wouldn't it be awesome if we just got a complete fucking curveball and she just fucking birthed the dragon? And then I started thinking to myself even more, that doesn't really work because dragons come from eggs. So I'm like, holy fuck, what if Dany fucking lays an egg? It would be the greatest. Nobody'd see it coming. And it's just like fucking, it hatched really quick, like from dinosaurs, and a little baby from dinosaurs pops out and said, "Happy Easter, bitch." It'd be fucking incredible. It would change the way television is watched forever. And I just realized I don't have my headphones on. I was really not realizing that my head was all fucking shaped weird because I don't have my headphones on. But holy fuck, would that be amazing? Dany's going to lay an egg. That's my bold prediction for the season. That is the thing that I think is going to happen. That's going to change everything. Danny lays an egg, and the super dragon comes out and eats the world, basically. That's what I think is going to happen. So, Taupe says all those projects are on hold at the moment. Well, that sucks. Biggie, Snow and Danny will have an incest baby that will turn into a mutant and be able to control metal. That's right. She will give birth to Magneto. That's just as likely as anything else. Brandon 24, that's false, Dave. What the freak, man? What false, man? What false? Large Lad Charles, the Night King can't be Bran. We saw how the Night King was born, and in my opinion, I prefer the idea that he was some nameless guy who fucked up. Yeah, I know, but I think there's got to be something more to it. I don't feel like that was a very good explanation. I understand that we did see it, but dude, they're already... The fact that they could change things in the past, that they even intimated that it was possible, hold the door and all that shit, I just feel that so many things can change, and it's going to end up being this one circle, this one never-ending cycle, and this is the balance and counterbalance of the world. I just got a feeling something like that's going to happen. If I had to guess, I could be completely wrong. Completely wrong, because I have no idea. I'm so freaked out over the whole thing. I don't even know. Leaping Lizard, we got to wait over an hour to see Dragon Titties. Fucking hey, right. Huffman, Game of Thrones, Blues playoffs. Yep, I'm going to die. Yeah, you got a night ahead of you, pal. Josh Lyons, I have HBO. Will air it for me at the same time, or is it like Hulu? I got to wait to 2 a.m. No, it should be airing at 9 p.m. I mean, if you have HBO, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it should be airing as far as I know. I know I'm watching at 9 p.m., baby. I'm getting that shit on. I'm getting my fuck on at 9 p.m. Game of Thrones all over my face, neck, and fucking chesticles, man. I can't wait to bathe in the waters of Game of Thrones. Holy shit. Biggie, the Night King is Mr. Freeze from George Clooney's Batman. That's right. Chill out. That's right. Phil Moddies, I think Cersei is actually pregnant. She's going to give birth to an imp. I don't know if she's going to give birth to an imp. I'm wondering if she's going to give birth at all. I think we're going to get a lot of tense moments this season. There's been some plot holes that have been leaked. I'm not really going to talk about any of those things that I may have read. I'm going to give some of my other theories that I had before. I kind of had my mind swayed by a couple articles that I think ended up being actual spoilers of what happened. So I'm going to avoid those and just kind of go into my own thought process of what I think of some of the other things that could happen. And some of the big ones is I think we're going to see the complete destruction of fucking whatchamacallit, King's Landing. I think completely gone off the fucking map. Just wiped off the motherfucking map, dude. Wiped off the map. I think it's going to get consumed in Dragonfire. And I think, I'm only basing this off of how heavily Game of Thrones is trolling us over Jon Snow's fate. That poster with Jon Snow posing like his father, there's things that they have gone so close with his word and all of these things, and watching how badly he fucked up that meeting between everybody at the end of season 7. There was just all these things. It's just Ned Stark. And I think we're going to have the same situation where he's going to be publicly executed, but I think he's going to be saved. And that is when King's Landing is going to be completely fucked and possibly even consumed in Dragonfire. I'm not sure. Wildfire. I'm not 100% sure. I think that they're going to do something crazy with it, and it's going to go up. But then that doesn't work, because then the Iron Throne goes up, and that could be symbolic, because the Iron Throne doesn't really matter, and it'd be Dany destroying it. And she doesn't want to be on the fucking throne anyway. So there's all kinds of symbolic things. But would she want to fucking blow up the thing that is so tied to her family? Is Jon Snow going to allow it? I mean, blah, 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 blah. There's so many different things that you can look at and what's going to happen. And honestly, I think my brain is consumed. I think it's just too many things are happening in my brain at once, and I can't even get a good read anymore and think about what I think is actually going to happen. I'm just excited to see it, and it's actually fucking here. You have to wait so long for these shows. This, Rick and Morty, they make you wait. They make you fucking sweat it out, and they make you just question your own fucking humanity. A year is way too long to wait. It's way too long, and this was just agonizing, because we know it's going to be the end, and we know there are going to be some episodes that are feature length, but not all episodes are going to be feature length. I believe some of the episodes are going to end up being in the 48, 49, even 50 to 52 minute mark. There'll be some hour-and-a-half episodes. Some people were a little bit disappointed in that, because they were expecting every episode to be super long, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. So, all right. So it's some of the things that we talked about for the entire season. I want to get into this episode. So now I want to get you guys in on Discord. So if you want to come talk to me, I'm sure my wonderful mods will make sure the link is in the chat. It's also down below. All you got to do is scroll down there, my babies, and get in there. Leaping Lizard, she's going to lay an egg, and it will hatch. And the weird turkey buzzard puppet from WWE. And just for Tobe's sakes, it'll be filmed in stop motion. There you go. Tobes, I think John learning that he's Aegon Targaryen is going to change his approach, and it's going to save him from Ned Stark's fate. I think you're right. But I do think that there's going to be some sort of public trial or public execution, or at least a try of it, of something of that nature. John is going to have to do something desperate once he realizes that they're going to suffer defeat. Something's going to fall, whether it be Winterhold or something. I don't know, but this is going to move fast. This is not going to be slow. It's going to be plot, 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 bam, 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 moving forward. We got somebody waiting to call. Let's go ahead and start taking the callers now. One of my favorites, Charles. You're live with Dead on Dave. It's Game of Thrones night. What's going on, pimp?
I'm so excited.
Oh, my God, you get me horny. How you doing, buddy?
You too, man. Yeah, I'm not bad, mate. How have you been?
I'm alive, brother. You know, I'm living. Maybe not the best. No, well, yeah. Finally, I'm starting to lose weight again. Jesus Christ, I gained so much of my weight back. I'm really disgusted by it. I want to puke out of my ass. But yeah, I'm losing weight again.
You're looking good, man. You're looking good.
Thank you, brother. I want to get back down to where I was this summer. I'm gonna be getting sexy, and Daenerys Targaryen is gonna drive a fucking dragon. That's right, drive a dragon all the way to me, and we're gonna make passionate love on the back of that dragon. And Jon Snow is gonna be cooked by Dead on Dave. That's your spoiler, kids. That's your spoiler. You know what? If there's a couple that could get me to swing that way, it might be them.
Mm-hmm.
Might be. Mm-hmm. I'd be that sandwich. I'd be the meat in that sandwich. There's a visual. Get that one out of your fucking minds. All right. So what do you think is going to happen, Charles? What are you looking forward to? If you want to tell me what you think is going to happen for the season, that's great. But the episode, I want to know tonight, what are your expectations? And does anyone bite it? Does anyone die tonight?
I don't think anyone dies. I don't think that... I mean, it will be a strong opener, but I don't think they'll go with that.
Yeah.
Or if they do, I don't think it will be anyone major.
Right.
Anyone important. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head. But there's someone I'm really looking forward to. I don't know when it's going to happen in the series because I don't remember where Sam is.
Sam is in Winterhold, I believe.
Oh,
yeah, he's in Winterhold. Yeah, because he was having the conversation with Bran while Jon Snow was having sex with his aunt. Yeah.
Yes. It's so wrong.
It's so wrong. It's so right. It's so right in the best possible fucking way, man. It really is.
Incest is wincest. Anyway.
That's right. Keep it in the family, man. Is sometimes the best way. Incest is the best. Put your family to the test. All right, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I need to give some love real quick. You can tell what you think is going to happen in this episode. GunCannon came through big time and used the frame and redid the frame that we've used before, made it even better, and I'm on the Iron Throne, motherfuckers, and you could deal with that. Thank you, Gunny. I appreciate you, pal. Nobody better, man. Nobody better. All right, Charles, what do you think?
I don't know whether it will happen this episode or later on in the series, but I'm looking forward to the moment because it's got to happen. It's got to happen somehow. I'm looking forward to the moment when Sam finds out that Daenerys had his father and brother killed.
Ooh.
Because I don't know how he'll react, because obviously he and his dad didn't have any good relationship, but it's kind of left ambiguous as to if he was okay with his brother.
Yeah, I don't think he's a bigger picture type of guy, and he's a ride or die type of guy. And if John tells him to chill the fuck out, I think that'd be it. I hope it won't be a big deal. Because Jesus, could you imagine like Samwell Tarly like trying to fucking run at Daenerys and he's wheezing and shit, and he's like throwing up his lunch all over his goddamn stretched out fucking outfit, and like Daenerys, I'm gonna stab. And then stabs her in the fucking throat, and then he like dies of a heart attack, cardiac arrest and shit.
I don't think he would ever do. I just think he'd be sort of distraught, just leave, just say I'm not.
Well, join every other man who knows fucking Daenerys Targaryen. Jesus Christ, that woman's a goddamn heartbreaker. Look at fucking poor Jorah. His shit is completely fucking broken. His heart is just destroyed into a million pieces. Goddamn half man, my dude, Tyrion. He's fucking looked like he was going to throw himself off the fucking ship. It's what she does. She's a destroyer, man.
I'm just can't. You know what? Again, definitely not first episode, but whoever's going to sit on the throne at the end, I reckon it'll be Tyrion.
See, I don't know, man. It's so hard for me because I really do think that this is going to be a dark ending. And like no one's living, and it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, I'm fully prepared for that as well.
But the one thing we don't really know is what the Night King really wants. What the fuck does he want? Is it just destruction? Is it Westeros? Does he want to go further? How does he get across the ocean? He's got a dragon now. That's great, but what else? It's fuck.
It strikes me as a sort of thing of it doesn't really have a goal as such. But the goal itself could just be to end life. Just like everyone's dead. Leave it at that.
Yeah,
that seems like it should be the thing, but obviously,
some of the things that people are looking forward to seeing this season. I know one of them is me. Is we've seen snippets of the Mad King. We've seen snippets of him going crazy, and I think a lot of people have come to the conclusion that it was Bran that has made him crazy. It's Bran going back into the past. Those whispers are Bran. Bran's fucking everything up. I hate Bran. He's my least favorite character. I want him to die. I don't want to see him on the Iron Throne. It really makes me mad that he's like the odds-on favorite to land on the Iron Throne. It pisses me off.
I don't understand why he's the favorite.
I don't get it either. He's a fuck.
The thing is, I feel like he's other than the fact that he doesn't care. If someone asked him, "Do you want to be on the throne?" He'd just be like, "No, I don't. I don't give a shit."
Why would he? He would never accept it. He doesn't want that shit.
He'd have to be like put on the throne, not just literally, but he'd figuratively have to be like, "Please, just lead us." And he'd be like, "Well, I'm just doing my thing."
The only thing that I'm sure of that's going to happen this season is Bran's going to fucking die. It's the only thing that I'm 100% sure of. The end of the fucking... I think he's going to be the last death. I think he's going to be the big sacrifice. Him and Beric. Beric doesn't get talked about enough, but I mean, there's only two motherfuckers in the entire show who has died and come back, and it's him and Jon. And I don't know, man. Someone's got to fucking end this shit. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm freaked out. I'm hyped out.
Who's Beric again?
The dude who the fucking the priest of the light that keeps getting resurrected. He's been killed like 5 or 6 times, man. Like fucking the Hound cut him in half once.
Yeah.
I think his name's Beric. I'm fucking terrible at names.
I remember.
He can light his sword on fire and shit.
That's a cool power, though.
It is a cool power. It's just a flint glove. He's got flint in his glove, but it's still awesome.
It's still cool.
I know. We never want to know how the sausage is made.
I do.
That psychic reviewer, I think there won't be a throne at the end. That is something that I think is as well. Like I said, I think that King's Landing is going to be destroyed, and I think a symbolic thing that Dany would do, and it makes a lot of sense, is for her to use a dragon to melt the Iron fucking Throne. There's no need for it. Fuck Cersei. It's just like destroy this thing, end it, be done with it, and then I think the whole city's going to blow up in wildfire.
I'm going to make a prediction here, and it's probably not going to work, but I would love it if at the if we're going down the road of everyone dies and it just ends with nothing left.
Yeah.
I'd love it if the last stand was in the throne room at King's Landing, and there's a few people. There's some Starks, there's some Targaryens, or there's some Lannisters. There's a group of people, just last survivors, and they each take a sword from the throne to try and defend them, and that's how the throne gets destroyed. That'll be.
I think they're all welded together. I don't think you take any swords from it.
Let me have this.
I didn't mean to be the guy who like fucking sets the metal rod on fire. It bends. Now go get a job, you virgins. I don't want to be that guy. All right. Any other predictions? I want to get some other callers in there. I always leave IVX land hanging. I don't want to leave him hanging.
Go for it, mate. I don't have anything left.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for the call, man. It's always good to hear from you, Charles. It's one of my all-time favorites.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good shit, Charles, everybody. I'm going to throw him down in the general VC into my Game of Thrones chat. If you want to join him down there, I might go ahead and jump in there and talk to you guys as well. Moo here. Jon Snow kills Dany the Great Lightbringer. That's very possible as well. Moo, remember that J.R.R. Martin stated the ending will be bittersweet. That's very possible too. Barrick Dundarian. Thank you, Mr. Tobes. Iron Throne, more like Iron Wheelchair. Hi-oh! Look at Jade with the big quip. That Psych Revere, she would break the wheel. You got to break the wheel. Oh, shit, Ivy! I was breaking you up. Why do you leave every time I'm coming to get you? Every time I'm coming to get you. This is the second time you've done this to me, man. You did this to me last time. I was coming to get you, and you fucking jumped out. All right, I'm going to bring in Tobes. And if Ivy comes back, I'll kick Tobes to the curb. What's going on, Tobes? Is you excited about tonight?
It's currently 3 a.m.
Yep.
I came back home from work at 1 a.m.
Oh, goodness.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to sleep for 3 hours, wake up, watch Game of Thrones, and then, try to sleep after the excitement.
Oof.
Turns out the excitement kicked in right as I sat down to sleep. I'm literally jittery. I'm waiting.
Did I oversell this at the beginning? I mean, I went pretty hard here. I put Game of Thrones in the pantheon of entertainment iconic symbols. I put it up there with every bit of Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, or Star Wars, Star Trek. I put it right up there, man. I think it's that important. Am I crazy?
Yeah. No, you're not. You're absolutely not crazy. This thing changed the game. This changed television for the better.
Oh yeah.
This is an important milestone. This kicked off the golden age of television we're in now. It's one of the most important shows ever.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
No.
But
no.
And I have a lot of complaints about season 5, particularly because fuck season 5. But anyways.
Oh God! Stop it! No, there's never been a bad season. There's never been a bad season.
No. Okay,
Never.
okay. Season 1 through 4 are excellent. They're
Not one
fucking
bad season.
great television.
Nope. Season 5 was fine too. Fuck you.
I would give them. Shut the fuck up for a second. I would give them 9.5 to 10. Okay. Season 5 is like a 5 out of 10.
I'll give you. Here's your rating, asshole. You can guess what it is. Guess how many fucking numbers out of 10 I'm holding up right now. And I bet you can even guess what fucking digit it is, motherfucker.
No, it just is. I really don't like season 5. I think.
Why? What did you not like about it? Instead of me just shitting on you, let me ask you what in particular did you not like? And I know you're going to give a very pretentious fucking answer, but go ahead.
The pacing is really awful on that show. It's just Journey this season. That's basically it. Another thing was the filmmaking was the most inconsistent. And I feel like the only two good episodes in that season are the penultimate episode and the final episode.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I feel like the characters kind of go into not so. They become more frustrating than likable to me.
That's why everybody hates you.
No, I just finished A Dance with Dragons, the book.
Oh, did you? What'd you think?
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
I know.
It's the best one in the series.
You know what, man? Some people will punch you in the face for that, but I don't know if I disagree.
I like A Feast for Crows as well.
It was good. I don't know, man. Like this, for me, I don't have my favorite book series of all time is Wheel of Time. And I don't have much for television adaptation. A little bit. Billy Zane actually did I believe at least one episode of an ill-fated Wheel of Time miniseries, but there is rumors of it finally becoming a full-length motion picture. It's been rumored for a very long time. But I very much liken them very much to each other. And there are a couple books that I don't like in each series. And I do think, I just shit on you, I know that, but I do think it's okay to have lulls in the series as well. And maybe season 5 isn't its best, but I don't think there's anything bad about any episode. I think I'm such a mark for Game of Thrones, man. There's not many things in this world I've
ever
loved as much as Game of Thrones.
You like the good girls, but you love the bad pussy.
That's right.
Come
Yes.
that was like the worst fucking line delivery of the entire show. I'm sorry. And I know a lot of people shit on season 7 for being too fast paced.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah, I recently watched it, and
I watched it today.
really
Today. I
All of
just
it?
finished watching it. Yeah, I started like episode 3 or 4.
I finished. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I finished from season 1 to where we are right now in about 8 days.
Goodness.
Beating Jeff Huffman's record. So
You
he can
did.
go fuck himself. Yeah.
You leave Jeffy alone, you monster.
Yeah, and watching the series that way, I think, and this is going to be controversial, but this season 7 is probably the best paced, penultimate season
Yeah.
of any series I've watched.
I don't think I disagree with you. All I've heard is people shit on the pacing, and they get everywhere so fast. And we've had all this time where it always took time to get somewhere, which is not 100% true either, because they kind of stopped that at the first couple of seasons, and they started kind of jump cutting, getting people where they needed to go. I didn't think it was all that fast paced. They needed to tell this fucking story. Shit is going down. It's happening. It's urgency. That's what season 7 was about. It was about urgency, sacrifice, and what you're willing to do for your fucking belief. That's the whole goddamn premise of the season, and it's brilliant. It's my favorite season, besides maybe season 2, because I love season 2. I really, really do.
Season 2 is great.
It's really great, man. It's like it's all, and then season 3, you can't even you can't even talk about it.
The first 4 seasons are perfect.
Like season
They're
3 is
just
so good, but I do feel sometimes it gets overshadowed by the last episode of season 3, which it's understandable, but holy fuck, you know? Or I'm sorry, not the last episode, the next to last episode.
Which one?
The Red Wedding.
The Red Wedding. Yeah, sorry.
Like, fuck me in the beard, man. So, what are your expectations for the season?
I have no clue. I honestly have no clue. I know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I have my predictions for how the books are going to end if they ever end. You know?
Yeah, I think George R.R. Martin is fucking with people.
Yeah. I just ordered his newest book, or pre-ordered it, but I was just like waiting for it to come. The
story of your life, waiting for a guy to come. Sorry.
I know what's gonna, like, I have a prediction of what's gonna happen in this book, that the books that
well, I don't care about the books. We're here for the goddamn
move
the show.
But with the show, I have no clue.
I know.
I genuinely have no clue. This is why I've been holding off doing the pool thing, because I don't know. I'm not gonna.
Well, you got an hour, motherfucker. Go get it. You got an hour. Get it in.
I don't think it's gonna take me more than an hour.
Motherfucker, just get it in. Come on, stop being an asshole. Get it in. Go get there and get it in. Stop the foreplay. Get the fucking. I'm kicking you out of here. I'm bringing in Ivy. Go get that fucking sheet in. I'm not talking to you. Get it in. I love you. Get it in. Get in there. Get in. All right. IVX, what's going on, brother? You're live with that all day. What do you got? It's Game of Thrones.
Oh no, I think at the end there's going to be King's Landing is going to be toast, and it's going to go back to before the Turk. It's going to go back to similar to the way that Westeros was before the Targaryen.
So you're saying like apocalypse? It's going to be winter all over, and the whole thing's about to start over.
No, I mean there'll be no one person ruling. They'll be broken back up into their separate kingdoms.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Who do you think was the most wasted character?
Oh shit. See, that's hard because there's a couple candidates. I mean, I feel like any of the Starks dying for me. I understand that every single one of them has been purposeful and it's been important and brought the entire, emphasis of what the Stark family is and all that. But I mean, I felt there could have been a couple things done more early on there. It's hard because Game of Thrones doesn't waste lines. They don't waste lines. They don't seem to waste a lot of characters too much. Do you think they wasted characters? Which ones do you think? Because I think you have a better answer than I have.
I think they wasted Ariel Holta.
Really?
You know the guy with the big spear and fucking Dorne. They wasted him.
Are you talking about the Viper?
No, not the Viper. The guy that was guarding the.
Oh man! So you want real in-depth shit. You want everyone to be. There's so many characters in Game of Thrones, man. You went minor, brother.
No, I'm just saying the dude was doing fucking tricks with the fucking spear, and you never got to see him kill anybody.
Yeah, no, there's some truth to that.
You only saw him twice. Once where he was doing shit and could have fucked some shit up, and then next thing you see him and he's dying.
You think we're gonna get any surprises? That we're gonna get anything that people have been clamoring for that we haven't gotten to this point? Maybe there's somebody coming back from the dead, somebody coming back that we thought was dead. Any big surprises that you're waiting for from this season?
No.
Fair enough. Fair the fuck enough, man. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do. Any expectations for tonight? What do you think is gonna happen tonight?
I have no expectation.
What would you like to see going out of this episode? You think anyone's going to bite it tonight?
No.
Did you get in the sheet that for the game? Did you get your picks in?
No.
Get over to my Twitter and go do that, man. It is the pinned tweet. I want everybody to go play that game. I'm going to give away something awesome at the end of the season. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'll let you co-host an episode. We'll do something. We're going to do something really cool with it. I'm just not sure what yet because I don't plan ahead all the time. Do you got anything else for me, Mr. IVX?
No, I don't.
I appreciate it, bro. Thanks for calling in, man.
All right.
See you later, man. Good shit. If Tobes better go fill that fucking sheet out. We got the Discord open if you want to join me. That's great. If not, we're going to wrap it up real soon. I don't want to go too close to the actual episode because I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want you guys to get ready. I want you to get your snacks together. I want you to get your bladders emptied because you're going to need to. Hearts are going to be broken. Some shit is going to go down. Things are going to happen. Treaties are going to be broken. Lies are going to be uncovered. Deaths are going to emerge. And winter is going to come. And it looks like it's going to hit fucking the North first. And it could happen as early as tonight. There's not enough time for them to beat around the bush. They have got to go fast. This has got to move quickly. They've got to move plot lines along. I'm expecting time jumps. I'm expecting some time to have passed. I'm expecting them to get right into the fucking. I don't expect too much foreplay. I'm not expecting them to give us a lot of talk and grandstanding. I think we're going to get right to it. Maybe even a battle early on, maybe a huge one. I think we're going to see things that end up happening that maybe we weren't expecting. Things going back to the beginning, potentially a major battle happening, in the middle of Westeros, just like Robert Baratheon's big battle that won the entire revolution. I think that we're going to see some things that repeat themselves. The loop. I feel a Wheel of Time. Breaking of the Wheel is a fantastic reference. I think that was a little bit of a love note to Wheel of Time, if I had to guess. But the cycle, I think we're going to see cycles. Time is going to be a huge element in this season. It almost has to be. I think the biggest thing that's going to happen in this episode, I think Jon is going to find out about his actual heritage, and that's going to be huge. So we're going to see. Do you think we're going to do Lady Stoneheart? Now, there has been some expectations, some renewed expectations. Cersei Lannister herself, the actress, I always forget her name, Lena Headey, I believe. She has, on a couple of occasions in the past, has teased Lady Stoneheart. Of course, we've never gotten Lady Stoneheart. If you don't know what Lady Stoneheart is, that is the zombified, undead version, almost Gollum-like version of Catherine Stark. That's right, Mama Stark comes back, and Mama Stark ain't happy, and Mama Stark is the one who puts an end to a few people in the bookie books, and she ain't happy. And there's been some renewed rumor that potentially we will get a version of Lady Stoneheart in this season. It can't be Catherine Stark, because too much time has passed. There'd be nothing left of her. And it was a very quick turnaround for Catherine Stark in the book. After she died, she was turned into Lady Stoneheart. So I don't know. Death and resurrection is going to be very important. There's only 2 people who have successfully come back from the dead in Game of Thrones. I have a feeling that number's going to increase. I got a feeling. They've set up a lot of things for this season to either make it very easy or very difficult. We know that the White Walkers are if you kill a White Walker, it takes out all the rights that they have created. That's huge. That's a major play. They can figure out how to try and take down as many of them as they possibly can. But there's a lot of stuff that makes things difficult. I really am just excited to see where they're going to go with it. Let's look at the chat for a second here. Battle for Winterfell is in episode 4, right? Yeah, I forgot that all the titles are out. I forgot about that. GunCannon. So wait, what am I prepping for again? I don't know. Do you think anyone will die in the first episode? I think it's possible. I think it's very possible. Teddy, wait, one question. Do you think Tyrion will betray Dany? No, I don't. I think it'll come to the point of it, but I don't think it'll actually happen. Of course, in the trailer, we've seen a moment where it looks like Tyrion is very scared by a dragon, potentially about to be eaten by a dragon. We're not exactly sure. But it's going to be crazy. We're expecting to see, based off of everything, that Jon is going to get to ride a dragon. There's so many exciting things that's going to happen. It's fucking crazy. Team Maker, no, they won't do her. Probably not. I don't think so. Huffman, Jeff finds out he committed incest, not as bad as Jaime and Cersei, but still incest. How is that going to affect the dynamic? Is Jon and Dany going to be able to, continue to go forward? Are they going to tell anybody? Because this does make Jon the rightful heir to the throne, technically. It's his throne, just like Bran said at the end, and he is the actual heir to the Iron Throne. He is the Song of Ice and Fire. There you go. It's going to be fucking crazy. I don't think that Tyrion will betray Dany. I might come to the point of it. Moo is Stannis the commander of the Golden Company? I've heard this rumor as well. I do think Stannis Baratheon is going to return. I think that is a possibility. Stannis Baratheon might return. I don't think he's dead. They've intimated as much, but I'm not 100% sure. But everybody has wanted him and Arya Stark's original sword instructor, the Bravos man himself. I forgot his name. But everybody's been wanting these characters to come back. I don't know if it's going to happen, guys. I don't know if any of them are going to come back. It is possible. But here's the thing. Game of Thrones has so many things they have to tie up in these, 6, 7 episodes? They have got to fucking move. They've got to go. I don't know if they can risk bringing in characters that have already gone down, that we think have already gone down. It's too much. It's too much. I think one of the biggest storylines in the season is going to be Arya, her connection with the Faceless Men. Will it come up again? Is Littlefinger actually dead? There's the theory that he had a coin of the Faceless Men. He got very defensive when he was pressed if he knew anything about the Faceless Men. People are thinking it's very possible that he is one. Maybe he is even Arya's old instructor. There's a lot of rumor about that. I don't know. Because, again, this convolutes everything so much if that happens. This is a season about war. This is a season about moving. I don't know if we can add extra storylines in at this point. Rush 29, Stannis is dead, more than likely. Carl G. Sansa will behead him for being a dirty bastard. Team Maker, because the Brotherhood without banners, the storyline is finished. It looks like it, but Barrick's still alive, so I don't know. I want to see a naked Tyrion sex scene. If we're lucky, we'll get Tyrion and Podrick having a sword fight at some point, and Podrick knocks over Halfman with his gigantic magical cock. Carl G. GunCannon, kill everyone off tonight, then be like, motherfuckers, lol. Huffman, Tyrion told the dragons not to eat the help. Yep, that's right. Purrin! Jon does not give a shit about the throne, though. No, he doesn't. But Jon does what he thinks is right, and if his call to the throne, his claim to the throne is the one that's going to be accepted by the rest of the kingdom, the rest of the states, whatever, then he'll do it. He'll do it. So we'll see. I think they won't care, says Teammaker. You might be right. Spoilers from season 1 to 7. Goddamn. I'm sorry, Carl. Come on, man. You've had time to watch this shit. I don't want to fuck you up. Huss is Littlefinger still alive? I don't think so, but it is possible. Leap and Lizard Everyone will be dead by the end except for Khaleesi, who will mate with her dragons, giving the rise to dinosaurs. There you go. She's going to lay some fucking eggs. I said it earlier. I think it's going to happen. Happy Easter, bitches. Dany lays eggs. It's going to be amazing. Rush, do you think Dario is coming back? It's possible. Some people have even suggested he could be leading the Golden Companies, which I don't think is going to happen. But it is possible. Who knows at this point? I really don't. Today, I think Nick Fury will recruit the dragons for a mission. That's also possible. Why the fuck not? MCU, faux life, bitches. GunCannon. So when does the Bud Knight come back? I want to see him kill a dragon with the beer can. Naked women, yes, but no naked Tyrion. We might get it, you never fucking know. Let's talk about one of the things I'm most excited for, then we'll probably get out of here on that, unless anybody else wants to come in and give their thoughts, their hopes, their dreams, their quips, their quotes, their likes, their loves, and whatever other opinion they might have about Game of Thrones. If not, we'll go ahead and get out of here. Clegane Bowl. Clegane Bowl is going to happen. Like I said, I just rewatched the latest season, and I got such chills. And yes, they were a multiplying. And I was, in fact, losing control because the power that the Clegane Bowl was supplying was electrifying. Oh, my God. That moment that the Hound confronted the Mountain and told him that this is not your fate, brother. You know what's coming for you. You've always known. If one thing happens in this season, it has to be the battle between the Hound and the Mountain. If it happens on a battlefield, fine. If it happens in a secluded area, that's okay too. But that is one moment that absolutely needs to happen. It's got to go down. It's got to get crack-a-lacking. Some crazy shit has got to take place between those brothers, and a winner must be declared. I'm betting on the Hound, but you know what? The Mountain is fucking terrifying. So who fucking knows? And you know what? I was watching Joe Rogan recently, and he was making fun of the Mountain, which is not the smartest thing in the world. And he is the reigning, defending world's strongest man, and he's got a tiny girlfriend, like Alexa Bliss's size. And like Joe Rogan, I can't help but just wonder what the fucking sex is like. Holy shit! It's the same thing with the fucking Ukrainian boxing brothers, the fucking goddamn it, those big sons of bitches, the Vladimir and Klitschko's, the Klitschko's. You know, one of those motherfuckers married tiny ass Hayden Panettiere, tiny ass little fucking Panettiere. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's fucking amazing. Rush, what if the Hound uses a flame sword? Why the fuck not? Tobes, I did it. I'm proud of you, Tobesies. Have you ever had sex? Many times. Many times. In fact, my daughter's birthday is, well, in Germany, it is her birthday. It is already the 15th, April 15th, and I don't know why I had to specify the month, but I did. Over in Germany, we're just a few hours away from here in the States as well. She's turning 15, so do me a favor, guys. Go over and if you're already following my daughter on Twitter, give her some love. If not, I'm not going to throw it out there. Go find it and go give her some love on her birthday. Tell her happy birthday. She is turning 14. I wish I was there with her, but I'm not. But I spoiled the shit out of her as much as I could. I think I wasn't able to get her everything she wanted, but I think I did pretty good. I wish I was there. I did try. I wasn't able to get a military flight back, unfortunately. I wish I could have, but I'm gonna go back as soon as I can. I can't wait to see that kid. I miss her so fucking much. And it is a birthday, so happy birthday to my favorite person in the whole fucking world. Happy birthday, Leo. Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you. Maybe not as much as he loves Game of Thrones. I'm not sure. Not sure. Dude, did you get her the Bob Ross coloring book? No, I got her some other art stuff though. Shit. No, I forgot about that. I'm a fucking asshole. I'll order it. Are you looking forward to the Hound and Arya reunion? Abso-fucking-lutely. We got so many great reunions in the last episode of season 7, but the things we still got a few more really big ones, and I am excited to see that. Says, come on, happy birthday. Didn't know you had sex with your daughter. Now that is not fucking cool, you asshole. Now I gotta send you out. I just don't fuck around with this type of shit. I'm sorry. See you later. See you later. Don't disrespect my daughter. Disrespect me all you want, but don't disrespect my kid, dude. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. That ain't gangsta, motherfucker. That's my daughter, dude. That ain't fucking funny. Anyways, all right. I think that about does it. Not a lot more to talk about. Not a lot more to spin our wheels about. Hopefully you guys are enjoying everything and you're excited. And tomorrow we're going to have a review, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be the Monday show for the rest of the time the Game of Thrones is on the air. And that's going to be fucking amazing. God, I cannot fucking wait. I'm so excited. And it is going to be the best thing ever. Game of Thrones is back. Winter is here, and it's time to find out what's going to happen with the Iron Throne. Go get yourselves ready. Snack up. Get yourself a cup of coffee. Whatever you got to do, because buckle up, because it's time for season fucking 8. The swan song. The final goodbye. The adieu. The farewell. Arrivederci. Vio con Dio Slayer. It's over, motherfucker. And it's sad, and I can't wait to see how it goes out. Be there with me, guys. Don't be surprised if I live tweet. Don't be surprised if I end up wanting to get in the Discord after. And be there for the review tomorrow. We're going to get in everything. Vega might show up. Huffman should be there. Tobes is going to show up. Deckard might be there. A whole bunch of people. It's going to be awesome. Cannot wait. And also Twitch tomorrow. I'm going to be live on Twitch. And I can't wait to tell you guys about my first ever dispensary experience and going through everything that happened this weekend. I had a fantastic weekend, and I can't wait to tell you guys all about it. Thank you so much for being here with me. I greatly appreciate you. I love all your fucking faces, and we will see you next time right here on Dead on Dave, right on YouTube. Keep it copious, folks, and go get ready, because winter is here. Good night. Give me that outro, Dueling Duels Drew. Thank you, GunCannon, for the frame. Fantastic job. Donna Danny on the thumbnail. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.